pretend! Let's pretend! Let's pretend we score the goal!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's episode 18 of the Coach Killers podcast. We're back again this week with a massive episode, and I'm here with Stefan. How you going, Stefan, mate?
Mate, what a disaster this week has been.
Results-wise, yes, I agree.
Yes.
All over the shop, everywhere.
Everywhere. It's a joke. What's happened to football?
It is. And also, what's happened with the AFL results
Mate,
for you, mate?
we don't talk about the AFL.
You're lucky we're not an AFL podcast.
No, we're not.
But go the Eagles.
No.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week in football,
yeah, what
mate.
the hell? Like, what? Does anyone know how to play anymore? Like, what's going on?
Some of these results. Oh, well, I guess then you can't single out a team. Maybe it's just a thing going through the soccer world.
Yeah, maybe there's something in the air in Europe.
Yes, but we'll discuss all those results.
Yes.
A bit later.
Yeah.
But how's your week been? You happy with Roma's results?
Yes, I'm very happy, Paul. We won the derby. We beat
it.
Frosinone. We're out in the clear blue sky, mate. The sun is shining on Roma, mate.
That's all right. Go the Eagles. Well, let's just kick off this 18th episode with our Coach Killer of the Week.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Stefan, give me the drum roll, please.
Here it comes, mate.
And our Coach Killer of the Week is...
Bayern München.
Yes, Bayern Munich. Stefan, very disappointing results there from Bayern.
Mate, what
They're not even
hell?
top of the league anymore in a one-league team.
That's right. They lost to Hertha Berlin at the weekend.
Yep.
Midweek last week, they drew with Augsburg. Who the hell's Augsburg?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably a mid-table team in that league. It's crazy, even their goalkeeper come out and said, it's a lack of focus which, led to the loss against Hertha.
Yeah, and that's from Neuer as well,
That's right.
So he's obviously saying
The
that...
captain.
Yeah, the captain.
You know what I mean?
There's something wrong there, mate, definitely. But more importantly, Bayern in both these games have had a full-strength lineup. And you know what? They're very inconsistent at the moment, mate.
Yeah, well, even the coach, Niko Kovac, has, stated that he expects a reaction against Ajax in the Champions League.
Yeah. Well, look, I can only narrow it down to one thing as to why this has happened.
Tell us.
Because no regeneration of any young blood. Where are the young players? You can't keep Iron Robben, Frank Ribery, Lewandowski, Thomas Muller. Mate, get him out the door.
Muller, okay, but Iron Robben and,
it's ridiculous, And, mate... Like losing Tolisso as well through injury has hurt him massively. And you were right by the sounds of things. So, mate, no youth happening there, which is why they are where they are.
But as we said, they got Ajax in the Champions League. It's a very dangerous game.
Yeah.
As Ajax is always
they're always in there, mate, for the Champions
present.
League.
That's right. Yeah. Their inconsistencies has allowed Dortmund fans, to believe that they can win the league. They're top of the league.
Oh, no, it's ridiculous.
They're top of the league. And they've scored 19 goals in the 6 games. 19 goals in their first 6 games.
That's incredible.
When you compare it to Bayern Munich's 12.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's 7 more goals.
I can't believe
that's
it.
over 3 goals a game.
And goals get you points, mate. So
a 14 goal difference.
That's ridiculous already as well.
If they can keep it up, you were hanging shit on them, mate, when we did the
I know.
The preview.
I honestly said that. That's it. I
What?
said they were rubbish, and they're spent up. I still believe that. I think Bayern will still find a way, but not the way they're playing now.
I hope it's interesting. I hope it stays like this. Very close, comes down.
Well,
to
look,
the wire.
they've dominated the league for years, so it'll be a benefit for German football if someone else can get up anyway.
Yeah, well, it shows that they can actually, they can actually fight and compete against Bayern. Well done. Let's see if they can keep this run going.
Yeah, but that's why you're our Coach Killer of the Week, Bayern Munich.
But let's move on to game week 2 of the Champions League with some massive games coming up.
Huge matches coming up in the Champions League. Firstly, we've got Man City taking on Hoffenheim in Hoffenheim.
Well, City need to win.
Mate,
let's see now.
Let's see. And Hoffenheim's in some good form, by the way, for a team of their budget, and capacity.
Well, they deserve to be in the Champions League for a reason.
That's it. I want to see. This is going to be interesting.
Then we got Roma versus Victoria Pleasant.
Yeah, we should absolutely smash them.
Can Roma continue their winning
we'll
form?
see. Well, let's see if they bottle it up. Man United against Valencia.
Yes.
We're going to talk about this later on as well.
We'll talk about Man United a bit later, but I think this will be the turning around of the season.
You better hope so.
Hopefully.
But we'll see.
But I'll give you my reasons a bit later. Hopefully,
we'll
Mourinho sticks to.
We'll hear your thoughts.
Not these crazy decisions he's been making.
Yes.
Then we've got PSG versus Crvena Zvezda or Red Star Belgrade.
Red Star Belgrade. Belgrade, man, unbelievable.
Can they hold them to a draw?
I reckon they can, man.
Like they did for Napoli?
This team's out of control. They're doing all right. For what they've got, Red Star Belgrade, I tell you what, they're going to surprise some people.
Well, so they did hold Napoli to a draw in game week 1.
Yeah.
PSG lost, so they need to win.
Yeah, it's going to get some points on the board. This is interesting again.
That's going to be a good game, I think. Very defensive game.
Yeah.
Then a big match. Barcelona, who's been hiccuping all over the place.
Mate.
Versus Tottenham Hotspur, who's not that great.
Yeah. At Tottenham as well.
Yeah, it's a great time for Spurs to get them, though.
Should be goals galore.
If the only time that, if they're going to beat them, it's now is the time.
Now's the time. That's right. I agree.
Another big match, Napoli versus Liverpool.
Yeah, I think Napoli will tear them apart.
I feel the same. I feel this is the start of Liverpool's downfall. The luck's going to run out.
Weekend.
The clock is ticking. Can you hear it?
No.
So, I don't know. I see Napoli winning 2-0 there.
Ooh, 2-0.
Yeah,
really?
I think the real Liverpool's about to stand up.
Well, look, let's see what happens. Let's see.
But game of the week time.
Oh, you beauty! What a headshot! What a head!
Yes, and our game of the week this week was Chelsea versus Liverpool.
Personally, I didn't like this match. I watched it. It was very, very boring. It finished 1-1.
It was a bit stop-start, wasn't it?
Yeah, no one actually really dominated. I mean, I don't know if they were trying to just say, hey, stuff it, we'll just nick a point out of this game, both managers, because the Champions League.
In air quotes, title contenders.
Yep.
I'm not convinced about Liverpool. It finished 1-1. What can you say? Hazard's been killing it.
He's on
in
fire,
the midweek game against Liverpool.
Yep.
He scored that wonder goal, just cut through the defence like a hot knife through butter, mate.
That's it.
That was beautiful.
I like that. Yep.
And Alisson was nowhere to be seen.
That's it.
But yeah, so he got the opener after 25 minutes, and they were very, very lucky. Daniel Sturridge came on
and scored the stunner. Yep. 89th minute goal from Sturridge, who's in good form at the moment as well, we've got to mention. For a guy that's been put to the bench, he's doing very, very well.
I agree. A lot of things have been going Liverpool's way.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate on something that, Gianfranco Zola, the assistant of Chelsea. Now, this guy's a champ. We all know who Zola is, right? He reckons that Eden Hazard hasn't even reached his full potential.
Well, he's having a great season, mate. He scored 6 goals in the opening 7 games.
What more can you expect from him, And that's a problem for the other Premier League teams. How do you shut him down? Because he, at the moment, is the best player in the EPL
Hopefully
right now.
He can keep it up. He's done it in the past. He's gone through...
Yes, he goes through a patch where he's hot and cold.
And then, so hopefully he can keep up his consistency.
Yeah, but look, just reiterating on those 2 points as well, with all these teams, can they both maintain the pressure at the top, do you reckon, to really compete with City?
Well, I don't know. Well, they're both unbeaten now, but Manchester City are now at the top. Just on points over Liverpool, and not on points, on goal difference
over Liverpool and points over Chelsea.
Yeah,
so.
And Man City and Liverpool play each other next, which will be good to see. So Liverpool are going to lose to Napoli and then lose to City. It'll be nice. But some massive results during the week.
Yes.
Other massive results. Let's start off with... What do you want to start off with?
Me personally, let's start this off with most notably West Ham beating Man United 3-1 at home.
Yeah, that hurt a little bit, that match. Just the way we played. Man U played was horrible.
Only 4 targets to West Ham's 3. Shots on target, sorry.
Yeah, well, we copped an offside goal in the first 4 minutes, and I think that just set the tone. I want to ask you, right?
Tell me. Mourinho looks like he's lost a bit in terms of being a manager at the club. What do you think's going on? What's happening? What's happening to your team? Because here we are again talking about them. Every week it's a reoccurrence.
It's because it's United. Everyone likes to talk about United because the jealousy factor. We're
it's not the jealousy
biggest
factor.
team in the world, the most successful club in England. So that's why we're talked about. But yes, we're not having a very good season. It's our worst start since '89, apparently.
Yeah. And
I think that comes down to, as Mourinho just said in his press conference now before the Valencia game for the Champions League.
Yeah.
It's a collective thing, so it's everybody. It's more. Well, my biggest thing is his decisions as a coach.
Yeah.
You know, putting like, for example, against West Ham, playing McTominay in a back three. You know,
and they really
he's done it 3 times this year, and 3 times we've lost 3-0.
Yeah.
We've copped 3 goals.
So you'd think
not lost 3-0, but copped 3 goals when he's put a midfielder in central defence. And someone as McTominay, young. You know, when you got Baye on the bench, like, all right, he said he wanted quality, you know, passing-wise out. But
what about with Sanchez?
That I'm not sure why he's not playing.
What is going on there?
He was saying, I have to...
talent.
He was saying, Mourinho was saying, I have to, you know, you've been asking, like the public, the media have been asking, play Martial. And he felt that he couldn't play Martial on the wing, right? So he had to play him up top with... Lukaku, because of, you know, Martial's not very good defensively running back and helping, right?
Yeah.
So that's why he played the 3, which makes sense. But why McTominay? Play Baye there. You got him on the bench,
mate.
Know?
I tell you what,
he's our best defender.
It's not looking good. Decision-wise from the manager at the moment, the club's in disarray, mate. The owners are going to get sick of him eventually. It's going to happen.
What they need to do as a collective, as the whole club, is stop the social media garbage that's happening. So all the players are having their say, this and that.
But why are they having their say?
Mourinho telling his players off in front of a video camera at training. It's not what a professional team does or a team that wants to win something.
And that looks like...
At the moment, like I'll even admit it, our stats show we're a mid-table team and we're 10th. So it's proven, right? But
yeah. But are you really a mid-table team? No.
Well, no. And I think it all starts with this social media rubbish that's happening.
For me, look, comes down to the manager right now. The players are there. The players can compete for the title. If you're telling me the players can't compete with Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, that's bollocks because they can.
That's right.
Leaving Alexis Sanchez out is wrong. Never playing Martial in a suited role is another big hiccup, right? Not experimenting with new formations, with new players, with bringing some young kids in, throwing them into the deep end, giving them a chance. He's done nothing to shake it up.
Mourinho has to stop with calling players out. It all has to be kept in-house. And, you know what I mean? How can you go to work somewhere where, your boss has criticised you in front of, everyone. And, it has to be a, enjoyable work environment, right? So they've got to stop with this social media, releasing this, saying this. It's just got to be like United posting, game coming up, this and that. Mourinho's got to come into the press conferences and, be professional and be happy, not be down. And I think that,
And final thing.
Tell me.
Is he out? When's he going to be out, do you think?
Well,
how longer can
he
they
believes
sustain
his
this?
job's not under fire.
And what do you believe? What's your opinion?
I think that we got Newcastle. Well, we got Valencia and then we got Newcastle before the break and then Chelsea after the break. I feel like that Chelsea game, if we've lost all 3, that's probably the first nail in his coffin.
Do you think you can turn it around?
I feel like if it might, because it's...
Look, as a fan...
I'm worried about, this is the only thing I'm worried about, is that when these things happen, because they've happened previously. It happened at Chelsea, where he lost the dressing room, supposedly. Right?
It's a reoccurrence with him.
Happened at Real Madrid as well. He wasn't able to turn it around.
Yeah.
Right? He could possibly be gone before the end of the year. He could possibly stay.
But they can't keep him because it's Jose Mourinho. You cannot keep him. You're 10th. The season's on the line. They can rescue it right now. Before that, you got to get rid of him before the midpoint of the season if they want to make the Champions League. You're 10th. Yeah. You have to make the Champions League, surely. Surely.
Yeah. Well, we can win the Champions League and make it that way.
You
never know, mate.
No, you never know. That's right. But I'm saying There's Antonio Conte on the sideline. There's Zinedine Zidane on the sideline. They're waiting, mate, like predators, mate.
Yeah.
And you know what? The pressure's mounting on him. If he doesn't get the result against Valencia and doesn't get at least the win against Newcastle, he's gone, I reckon. 100%.
I don't think they'll get rid of him so soon. I think it'll be the first, damning thing for him. And a few more results down the track that don't go his way will just kill it. And I think if he's going to go, he'll be gone by Christmas.
Can you see him lasting? Be honest right now. Give me a yes or a no. No in between.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, you have to give me a yes or a no. Right now, do you think he will be your manager?
I think he can turn it around. I think this will be his, saving grace compared to his other stints.
You're walking a tightrope, mate.
Because really, if you think about it, where can he go after United? Where's he going to go?
On a sabbatical for a little
while. Failed
at
Chelsea, right? He won the league, all right, but then, got kicked out. And this is a reoccurring thing. And if same thing happens now at United and all he's won is the Europa League,
he'll go to the national team. There's no other.
I would think, where can he go? So that's why I think he'll do his hardest. And another thing that worries me is he said not all players care the same.
Yeah,
right, which is making me think. What does that mean? Does that mean they don't
want to play?
Yeah,
if they don't want to play for him, they're not going to play for the club. So forget it.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
We'll see. It all starts off
tomorrow.
Against Valencia.
Touch wood.
Another massive thing.
Oh, what a game!
Real Madrid losing to Sevilla.
Yeah, unbelievable. And then they go and draw to Atletico Madrid.
Well, they lost 3-0 to Sevilla. In a rubbish game. And they've fallen behind Barcelona. Lucky Barcelona have been having their own hiccups, but we'll talk about that. But yeah, it was a pretty boring derby.
Yeah, the Madrid derby. What the hell, man? 0-0. Atletico just parked the bus from the start to stop. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree, mate.
Very disinteresting.
Well, another big game was Juventus and Napoli finishing 3-1.
Yeah,
at the J Stadium.
By far Ronaldo's best game so far.
Why do you say that?
And he didn't even score a goal, believe it or not. Just his creative assists.
I didn't get to watch that game.
Assists galore, creative play in the forward front there, in front of the Napoli keeper who would have crapped himself to see Ronaldo, just dominate.
I can't believe he didn't score.
I know, but my point is he dominated like that, which is great for Juve, mate. So do you think Napoli can challenge as well after that? I think forget it, they've won.
I think they can. They'll keep the pressure. They'll be there.
No.
They'll be top. They'll finish second if they.
Mate, it is the fight for second, right? For everyone else. Juve's in a different stratosphere.
Well, it could be Sassuolo, who knows?
Not at this rate.
Well, another derby was the Rome derby.
Yes.
Roma versus Lazio.
Yep. 3-1.
The Eagles beat Collingwood before the Eagles were going to beat Roma.
All right. No, it was a good game. Definitely started off with a back heel from us, which was good. A back heel goal, fantastic. Kolarov scoring against Lazio as well. Free kick, nail in the coffin. Fantastic, mate. It was awesome.
I feel like, you guys have turned the corner. Roma's turned the corner.
We just need
3 wins in a row now? Or
no,
is it 2?
We'll need to top it off tomorrow with 3 in the Champions League. So fingers crossed.
We'll see if Victoria Pleasant can get a result.
You never know, mate. They already got a point on the board and we don't. So you never know.
And lastly, Barcelona losing to Leganes.
Now you believe this? 2-1. They lost.
Absolutely crazy. What a result.
And then they go and draw with Bilbao 1-1. Mind you, they're 1-0 down the whole match, right? They didn't start Messi. They chucked him on. And then El Haddadi in the 84th minute scores and saves them their blushes, mate. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, Barca's been in very poor form. It was a close call between Barcelona and Bayern Munich for our Coach Killer of the Week.
It's crazy. How can you even have him as a Coach Killer of the Week?
It's crazy. Well, a team, maybe Barcelona should have been. A team with Messi should not lose to Leganes.
Yeah, and you should have been drawn at the Camp Nou to bloody Atletico Bilbao.
Yeah, well, Bilbao is a team, they're a European team, they're playing the Europa League.
The Europa League, man, come on.
Still, okay, those results can happen, but Leganes?
No.
Come on.
Not good enough. Not good enough, mate.
It's probably as bad as United losing to West Ham. You know what I mean? West Ham were on 0 points 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now they're only 3 points behind.
It's funny, all the big clubs at the moment can't have an answer.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's just something in the air, something in the water.
Only Juve's up there, mate, from the big 5, really. Yeah.
Juve, I wouldn't say Liverpool's a big team to say they're up there. But, Let's move on to some upcoming games for this week.
Yeah, that's right. Some upcoming games. So we've got firstly Lazio and Fiorentina, which is going to be a clash for the top 4 at the moment, the way the table is in Italy.
Lazio need to win.
Lazio need to respond after that.
That's
and Fiorentina's on fire, mate.
Absolutely
in the top 4.
Another team that's on fire. It's Sassuolo. They're doing
They got beaten by Milan at the weekend 4-1 at home.
That's fine. They're 5th.
They've done all right.
They've done well.
And who do they face, Nick?
They play Napoli, so...
they're going to put them to the sword, Napoli,
it's a nice win for Napoli there.
Yeah, big time.
The French League has a big clash as well, PSG versus Lyon.
Yep, I'm going for the draw, I reckon.
Well, it's a massive encounter, PSG, will they continue on their dominant way? Or will, Lyon destroy PSG like they destroyed Man City?
Yeah,
like they've been scoring over 3 goals.
Yeah, they're doing good.
In their past few games.
I expect fireworks for that game.
Barcelona versus Valencia, another big game.
Oh, if Valencia do something against Man U, then this is going to be
It could set them up.
Yeah, it'll set them up for something big at the Camp Nou.
Or is Barcelona's hiccup over? Do they continue back? Do they get back on track?
I'll go with Barca, 3-0.
3-0?
Yeah.
You got United and Newcastle, Manchester United versus Newcastle.
This is the end. Oh, this is the end. No,
I feel like...
They should win, but this is going to be big, man. This is going to be big.
I think we'll do well. I think we'll beat Newcastle.
Just remember, years back, Newcastle have springed upsets against United.
They have. They're a bit of a bogey team. No, they haven't beaten us at Old Trafford. St James's Park is their place that they beat us a fair bit. Well, not beat us, but get results, get a draw.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, Newcastle's not a walk in the park. They're on.
Please, they're last.
Only because they've been very unlucky.
They're last.
And they've played a lot of big teams.
There's no such thing as being last and being unlucky. They lost at home to Leicester. They lost at home to Leicester 2-0. That's not unlucky. That's poor. That's what that is.
Well,
Move on.
At some point, it gets...
Man United should win. Man United should win.
They should win.
They should win.
Then we got our game of the week next week, which is...
Yes, Liverpool and Man City, that top of the table clash. Yeah. Now, this is the game where we find out, are Liverpool contenders or pretenders?
I'm telling you, midweek it's gonna turn around on them. Napoli's gonna get a result, and then Man City's
you reckon Man
fly
City?
by.
Man City at Anfield?
Easy.
I agree.
Not even a question.
I agree.
But it's time for your favourite time of the week.
Fan Talk!
When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
And our first question comes from Robbie Trash, and he asks, well, I know this guy's a Liverpool supporter, right?
Yes. We had him on a few weeks back as well.
Well, and last week. So he loves to talk about Man United. I wonder what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah? He must have a
lot of Liverpool supporters are fascinated.
Secret love obsession.
Anyway, his question goes, will Manchester United continue to flop and miss all European football next year?
I'll give you an answer, and I'll guarantee I'll be correct.
Well, we kind of discussed it.
Yes, I think they won't flop. I think they'll make Europe with or without Mourinho. That's my answer.
With or without, okay.
Yep.
I feel like it's going to turn around, some bad results. Hopefully they can get everything in order.
Takes one good result and you're back.
But we'll be in Europe next year.
Yeah, I agree.
Our next question, Stefan, you can have this one.
Yes, Damiano.cnt. Thoughts on Piatek? He's absolutely slaying Serie A and he now has to face Parma and Juventus. Can he keep it up? So I'll give you a bit of background. Piatek is from Genoa. He's on fire. This young forward, he's scored something like 8 goals in the first 7 or 8 games or whatever in Serie A.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable.
Yeah. Already there's talks that Juventus are trying to persuade Genoa to send him out on loan or through a buyout in January. But the Genoa president has said no, he's staying for the season at least. But definitely a talent coming up in Italy.
Well, I think we can keep it up. We'll see how he does against Juventus. Maybe we'll keep an eye
on I'm going to go on a limb here, but if he can score against Parma and Juve, especially Juve, I think he will win the Serie A Golden Boot for this season.
Do you reckon? Ronaldo won't start firing?
Mate, it's just not a matter. It's a matter of he's Genoa's talisman, right? Juventus, all right, Ronaldo's their talisman, but they're up for something bigger this year. They want the Champions League, mate. Yeah. They couldn't care if they win the league or not, These guys, the minnows, mate, Piatek's their biggest player and they'll feed him the ball non-stop, So I think he's definitely in it with a chance.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I agree. I think he's a very big talent, He can do well. He'll end up at a big side.
Yeah, I
top
agree.
Team, top European team. Or,
I think so.
But yeah, so that's been Fan Talk for this week, everybody. And thank you for the questions. As always, we'll put up another post during the week.
Yep, get involved. Get involved.
We'll
we want to hear
out, like Robbie Traz and Damiano.cnt.
Yep.
And yeah, let's move on to some things tonight while we're talking about Serie A. Just yesterday, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic and
Ciro Immobile.
Yeah, they both committed their futures to Lazio, extending their contracts to 2023.
Pretty silly of them.
Well, I think it's a big result, the biggest team in Rome.
They're not the biggest
have
team
the biggest
in Rome.
Players.
Never have been, never will be.
Does this mean they'll stay at Lazio, or is this just a ploy to get some more money?
Correct, it is. It is a ploy to get more money. They're not going to want to stay at Lazio. Who wants to play for Lazio? Nobody, mate.
Hey,
now
Lazio have had some big talents.
We're going back 15 years ago. They probably had a good team. Not now, and they haven't done anything since, right?
Hey,
My point is, these are their two biggest assets.
Take off your Roma hat. And look at it from the outside. They're doing well.
No, they're not. A team that's doing well is Fiorentina.
Look,
that's a team doing well.
Milinkovic-Savic is, one of the highest rated talents in the world at the moment.
Yeah, and they've contracted him up
for another 5 years.
They're not going to keep him for 5 years. Let's get real. The guy will have a United jersey on next season. Forget about it. Lazio, please.
Also, another thing to note, Mile Jedinak.
Yes. The great Mile.
He's retired from international football.
Our captain, yes. Great servant for the Socceroos, led us to the AFC Cup and securing qualification for multiple World Cups in his years as captain.
Yeah, he'll surely be missed.
Yeah, he will be missed. Who's going to fill that gap? I don't know, to be honest.
I think it's Aaron Moyes' turn.
Yeah, it could be Aaron Moy. However, I think maybe Trent Sainsbury should be the captain. I think he's a better leader than Aaron Moy. Yeah,
well, we'll just have to wait and see. They still need to find the fault.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but anyway,
Nabu can't carry the whole team. He's got shoulder problems.
That's
at the moment. And also, speaking of Australia, 17 days left until the A-League starts.
I can't wait. What a season it's going to be.
Oh my God!
What a season!
Such a long wait.
I know.
I hate it.
I know. Just start the damn league.
I feel like we're going to be, in store for the biggest edition of the A-League to date. It's going to be such a good season.
It's going to be the best A-League ever, 100%. The signings that they've got is ridiculous. It's just getting better.
Let's see who else is going to come in.
I know, and there's talks that there's some teams that haven't even filled their marquee spots yet, so I can't wait. I just am dying to see who they're going to bring in.
Well, speaking of marquee...
Yes.
Should we release this news now? Or?
Maybe during the week we'll post a little bit of a teaser.
We've got a marquee player.
We have a marquee player of an A-League team, so we'll give you that hint that should be appearing on our podcast. We'll give you a little teaser during the week.
Yeah, he'll be on next week's episode, so remember to tune in for that.
Yep, stay.
And we'll also be doing a A-League preview in episode 20.
Yes,
so a week before it starts.
Yeah, it'll be huge, episode 20, so you better tune in for that.
We've got a giveaway coming for episode 20 as well.
A massive A-League preview plus the giveaway. So episode 20 is the one to watch.
Just follow us on Instagram for all the latest news.
Yeah, guys, look, as always, like Nick's saying, don't forget, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes.
And also, just do yourself a favour. When you're at your Sunday League game, and it's half-time, you're in the rooms, having your oranges, Barry and Trent taking dumps in the toilet, releasing their bowels and whatever, and you're there eating oranges, smelling it. Just say, hey guys, check out the best podcast in Australia, the Coach Killers podcast.
That's it.
And until next week, everybody, you've been great, and we've been the Coach Killers podcast.
Thank you.